Oh. So it's taken a while to load. Discord is getting slower and slower. I swear to God. On this computer, anyway. I'm not here much. I'm really busy. It's okay. I'm only here for a quickie, just to wish everybody a happy new year. And then I'm probably going to run away. Because I am passing out. I'm falling asleep. Like, really slowly falling asleep. I didn't get much sleep last night after I did my live stream. So, yeah. There we go. So, yeah. Well, not much has happened today. We had a little anniversary food, and then we had we saw in the new year lots of nice fireworks around the village. Around the village this time. Because what happens on New Year's is we open the door, and then we sometimes go outside. We sometimes go straight outside, and we watch the fireworks and stuff after we have our anniversary food. And yeah, we did that this year. Although I wasn't as much as a piggy as I usually am, and I don't know what it is, but earlier today I basically had I had some food, and then all of a sudden I felt very acidy, and then basically I didn't have anything for dinner because we were having an anniversary food, so I had a late dinner, which is one of the reasons why I've been trying to keep myself awake, because I can't go to bed right after I eat something. But yeah, I only had like 2 plates worth of, two stacked plates worth of food. Very yummy food. And then I had like a weird allergic reaction, and that it went away from, you know how you feel kind of like itchy on your insides, and slightly behind your ears, just back here and stuff. Well, I had that. It wasn't like a full-on allergic reaction, but I could tell one was coming. But that lasted for ages, and then it went away. But then I felt it in my stomach, kind of. My stomach been feeling a bit weird, so I just decided to stop eating, and then I just didn't feel hungry for the rest of the night, and I still don't. And I'm worried that I'm gonna end up pooping liquids, which is gonna be fun. Hopefully, I won't. I don't think I will, to be honest. I just think I'm really tired. Ugh. So yeah, but yeah, not a bad New Year's. But I am gonna go to bed. Like, I'm giving myself 20 minutes, and then basically, waiting for the counter to go for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. So yeah, I'm gonna start saying goodbyes. Unless of course I don't feel well, or if I'm basically am really passing out, then I will just leave. So yeah, try not to eat too much food at the moment. I'm me. It's really hard to do. Although I did manage to not eat so much food, but that's only because I basically just I didn't feel hungry after I had that weird kind of like allergic reaction feeling. I don't know. My pee really smelled very strong as well for some reason. I don't know why. I've been hydrating. So but yeah. Oh, hello. There's a tiny spider on the box. So yeah. Hey, Panafox. The feeling never left. What? Was I feeling like this last night? I don't know. I've also had like weird runny nose feelings ever since last night. They haven't gone away. Random sneezing and shit. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ugh. But yay, it's 12:023. It's this year. Woo. Oh, by the way, I've got like I filled out my little book, meaning that basically I what I've done today, I have filled out every day as a prompt word, and basically I used a random word generator on the computer on the internet, and I basically just a random I basically got a random word for every single day of the year, and it's just a random word generator, so it basically was just really random words. Like the word homosexuality came up, and racist and socialist came up. So I have no idea what I'm going to draw for those, if I have to draw something for those. Because that's the idea of this thing. If I basically don't use a day in this, then I will draw something on that page. I don't have to use the random words as a prompt, but they're there in case I do, in case I do need to use a random word. So yeah, I can literally open it up to any date, and I can like coincidence. June the 6th is coincidence. And if I basically go to May, development. May the 17th, development. So yeah, there's little words on the bottom of the page. Just in case I need a prompt or something. So yeah. And I'm going to basically do this as needed. I'm not going to do this like once every day. Essentially, if I'm like waiting, or if I'm bored or something, instead of playing on a video game on my phone, I will open this up and basically like see the days that I've missed, and then I'll like try to draw a little picture or something, unless it's like the first of the month or something, then I will go through the book just in case. So yeah, but I will be using this for like general ideas and shoot listing and all of that stuff, so I don't have to take the blue book everywhere with me. So it's going to be useful. I'll use it like I used the other one. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Also, yes, I'm gonna have to back up my external hard drives. So got to do that because it's a new quarter as well. And if you're on my Discord, you know what that means. Basically, when I get up, I will turn everybody that's stamped into a ghost, and then I'm going to slowly delete people. So I'm going to slowly kick people off of the server, unless they, mark their attendance in the bouncer room. So yeah, that'll happen when I get up, because of course it's not New Year for everybody yet. It hasn't hit everybody yet. It's 2:20 a.m. here in the UK. So yeah, I'm deciding to do that when I get up. Yeah, I think that's everything that I need to say. Does anybody want to say anything? I guess. Yeah, maybe. Is everyone having a good New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, depending on where you are in the world, in the earthy, wherever you are on the earthy planet, on Terra, wherever you are on Terra. So I'm trying to keep a continuous stream of consciousness going, because I've just been trying to play a video game to keep myself awake, and basically, it's been hard because I've been like falling asleep whilst I've been playing the game. This worked. Yeah, this worked last night. It kept me awake last night. It woke me up a little bit because I had to concentrate and stuff. So I don't know why it didn't work this time. I don't know. A good New Year's Eve here. I know it's New Year's Eve there. I'm just saying to everybody, it was a general statement. So yeah. Did have a little bit of a thing with Roscoe or something. I have no idea what that was about. But yeah. I was hoping he'd be here just so that I just wanted to explain to him that I'm not angry with him or anything. I'm not mad at him or anything. I'm not pissed off. It's just that what does piss me off, what does usually piss me off, and it seemed like that he was trying to do this, is when people assign blame to me without giving any evidence. Because I'm basically, I'm a very humble person. I basically will, like, so humble. I'm so humble. You won't believe how humble I am. I'm the most humble person. I'm not going to go there. But yeah, I basically, if somebody points out a fault of mine, or like something that is my fault, then I will totally be like, I'll totally own it, as long as they have evidence that I've done this. But when people do this and they say, "Oh, well, it's both our faults," it's like, no. It's like, how is it my fault? I will apologize. I will totally apologize to the part that's my fault. But you have to point it out, because sometimes I don't know what it is. So I wasn't really angry with him. It was just that I was just kind of annoyed that it seemed like it was going that way, you know? So, yeah. I did also find it funny that he was basically trying to tell me how to teach. It's like, yeah. Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. But yeah. Um. So yeah, we're cool. Everything's fine. It's all good. Um. But yeah, just don't do that. Don't do that. Like I'm good at taking criticism. I'm good at that. I'm good at taking criticism. I'm good at giving criticism that is generally fair. I never tell anybody that, oh well, if somebody asks my opinion on something, I'll instruct say it's like, oh, you that really looks terrible. I hate that so much. It looks awful. You should be ashamed of it or whatever. What I'll say is that I'll basically point out the good things of it, and then point out what needs improvement, not what basically is bad, just what needs improvement and stuff like that. By the way, Roscoe, if you're watching this on playback, that tree is terrible. I'm sorry, but it's like it's not a good tree. I just said that, and then I'm saying this, but it's like I'm not pointing out that it's like it looks awful or anything. I'm just saying it's not a good tree. Like I've never seen a tree like that. I know trees are generally random because they're organic in nature, but it's like I said, work on fractals, I guess. Natural fractals, organic fractals, things like tree branches, the vein systems in leaves and stuff. Um, like, what's a good example of what to look at? Veins. you know, they're usually in a tree-like pattern. That's a tree-like fractal. Roots and stuff. If you look at just plants in general, but you know, um, But yeah, it just that, like, I knew how long that took him to do, and it was just kind of a bit of a, from the get-go, it sounded very much like he wasn't putting much effort into it, because he was like, right, I'm going to try to work. I can do both at once if I basically do both at once in one picture. I'm going to spend 20 minutes on it, and I'm going to spend another hour on it, and it's like, yeah, it's just, this doesn't sound like very much effort went into it. It just doesn't, and it kind of shows, you know. And it's just, that's what I was trying to get. But yeah, it was getting hard for you to hold your tongue. I mean, like, I'm not going to police anybody that basically has fair criticism, you know, with another person. I get it. Basically, if anybody gets like cruel, then I'd be pissed. Yeah, then I'd be annoyed at that person. But I wouldn't be like, if somebody just said that it's like, maybe you're being a bit harsh or something. To me, I'm not saying to Roscoe or anything. If somebody said that to me, it's like, you're being a bit harsh or something, then I'll be like, yeah, maybe, but I might have reasons or whatever. It depends on the situation, you know. So yeah, it's a thing. Like, I was gonna type that all out and stuff, all of my criticisms of his drawing, because he asked, and basically it wouldn't come across as it did just now through text. I don't think, if I basically said all of that, because, like I said, it's like, I mean, there are positives about the picture that he posted. I mean, it is a good composition. It's a good composition. It's good layout. It's a nice use of like framing and space and stuff. It's really good. I mean, that all that stuff is nice. And I like that. It's just that, well, all the stuff that I pointed out. So yeah. Eh. Yeah. You know. If I'm really going to be like super super honest, I almost felt like he was being slightly ungrateful, because I give him, tips. I give him fairly long tips. I take time out of my day to basically explain to him exactly what I mean by certain things, because he doesn't know what certain things are, like, grid systems, isometrics, perspective, things like this. I've explained these multiple times to him, and it's like, it's just, I don't understand why he doesn't retain the information. And the fact that he basically said that is like, well, you haven't been teaching me, you've been doing the Wars Club stuff, is kind of like, doing the Wars Club stuff because you wanted to work with me on it. I'm not doing it just because it's also fun. It's because we were going to work on this together. It's something that we can work on together. Like, I'm kind of doing this for you. Yeah, it's a little bit for me, but the main reason I started doing the Wars Club stuff is for you. And then you want to criticize me because I'm not teaching you. I don't know. It just feels like a slightly douchey thing to say, I don't know. That's the vibe I was picking up. What I'm saying. There might be a bit of a delay. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that's like averted some of the drama. Hopefully, because I did feel like it was coming. Like there was going to be some kind of weird like drama thing happening. Sometimes talking to Roscoe feels very much like talking to another person. Um, you know, that I have talked to before, and yeah, I don't know. What can you do? Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Anything anybody want to say to me or ask me before I go? Because I'm gonna start. I did say I was gonna have like 20 minutes, and then I was gonna talk to anybody that's talking. Um, for like 10 minutes max, and then I was gonna leave because I am really tired. I didn't really get any sleep. I got like maybe an hour's sleep, but I didn't get nearly as much as I needed last night. So yeah, maybe that's what this is. Maybe I'm just still run down from last night. I don't know. Go get your rest. Well, I did say 10 minutes. I just don't really know what to talk about. Yeah. Oh, busy day tomorrow. I've got a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to record because I don't know when Damon is going to start thinking about taking the Christmas decorations down. But I'm going to have to record the Santa video tomorrow. I know it's late. I know it's going to be late, but it's only going to be like 6 months late. It's only going to be it's going to be 6 months early because Christmas in July kind of thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's weird. So yeah, whenever Damon is free tomorrow, I will become Santa, and it'll be awesome. And I'll try to keep it on to do a live stream and stuff with it on. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how tired I am tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that tomorrow. So that's good. Um, but yeah, got the Santa suit down. I still haven't tested to see if it'll fit, but I have got backup plans. I have backup plans. And yeah, I have the box ready to go because the whole thing in the video is that it's basically going to be um, like me as Santa squishing the box on the counter in the kitchen or in the living room, depending on how that's going to work. Because we do have like the little fold-out tables and stuff, and basically, I think I can set it up so that I can actually do it in front of the camera on one of those tables. But well, I'm gonna sort it all out tomorrow anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time coming, but this is the only time that I can really do it with all of the pretty lights and stuff, all the decorations up. So that's cool. Yeah. Oh, shut up. Stop. No. I rewatched when we were having our anniversary food dinner because Damon hadn't seen it. I rewatched Thor: Love and Thunder, and yeah, it's okay. There are like wild inconsistencies that drive me crazy a little bit. You know, things that just don't make sense that do piss me off. That are like written in purely because like they clearly had like bullet points of like what they wanted to see. Whoever made this movie, whether this be the writers that did this, the studio that did this, or like the director that did this, but they had like clear points, you know, bullet points that they had to get in, and it does feel like they wrote around it to make these bullet points fit, and it's like, oh, I hate it when they do that because it just it fucks it up so much. It fucks up so much stuff. It just drives me crazy. Plus, the pacing is everywhere in that movie. It's crazy. It's like, yeah. But yeah. I mean, one of the main things that pisses me off, one of the main things that pisses me off, is there's lots of contradictions and stuff. For example, we see exactly what happened in Thor's relationship. Spoilers, by the way. With Jane, we see exactly what happens, and then he comes back one day, and basically she's written him a Dear John letter, basically, and it's like she left. Clearly, she left. That is her leaving. She left a note. She left a note. She left it. And her when they see each other again and they're having an actual conversation about this, then she basically says, it's like, well, we could argue that you left. And it's like, no, you left a note. You left and you left a note. If he'd left, you wouldn't have left a note. But he just completely agrees with her. And it's like, okay, I guess we both left. And it's like, no. She left. Fucking what? It annoys me. It annoys me so much. And it's not just because I happen to like both of them. Before anyone thinks that I'm biased, I love Thor. Okay, I love the Marvel Thor. I love Chris Hemsworth as Thor, but also I've always had a crush on Natalie Portman as well. You know, a petite redhead. I mean, oh, it's like fucking duh. Um, I've always had a crush on her ever since I seen her in like, what was the first thing I saw her in? She's been in so many things that I've liked, you know. Um, it wasn't just Star Wars. She was in something. She was in something else. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I've liked her. So there is no bias here. I like both of them. So there's no bias, but she's clearly wrong here. She's wrong in a lot of the movie, but whatever. It's whatever. Thor's superpowers, for example. Thor in the last movie, Thor basically learns that he doesn't need a weapon to basically do the thunder stuff, to do all the thunder magic and stuff like that, do all of the thunder smashing and all that stuff, you know, to have the glowy eyes and stuff. He doesn't need a weapon to do this. It's been established now that he doesn't need a weapon to do this. And in so much of this film, in so much of the second, the second good film, basically, he does need a weapon to do this. It pisses me off. It's like, oh, he's incapacitated, and he could get out of this if only he had his lightning powers. It's like, He does have his lightning powers. What are you talking about? It's like, no, he's incapacitated. It's like, no, he has to call for the axe. It's like, no, he could. Did he forget? Oh my god, it drives that annoys me. Oh my god, that irritating. And then there's all the contradictions as well. Like I said, like for example, I can't remember that name of that woman. The Valkyrie lady. I don't like her. I really liked her in Ragnarok. I don't like her in this. I don't know, but I don't like her character in this at all. It hurts. I don't know why. I don't know why it's annoying me, but it just, yeah. The contradiction of like, oh, I want to go off and fight with you because then that's the only way I'm going to get an honorable death in battle, and then basically I get to go to Valhalla and it'll be great. And then immediately she gets injured, and then she's like, oh no, I must be rescued and taken back from my possibly mortal wound. What? I mean, I know I'm just talking to myself because of the view counter thing, but like, oh my god, that annoys me so much. That annoys me so much. Plus, there's the whole thing of like, it's been established that these weapons they will return to you if you call for them, no matter where they are. They always know that they're being called for by the people that they belong to, right? So like the second that the hammer is like the second that he grabs the hammer axe, whatever, and then basically Thor gets zipped off into the Bifrost, and basically like he's separated from it. Like the second that he lands out of the Bifrost, he should just be like continuously calling for it, because meanwhile, however far away it is, he will be kind of like fighting to try to put the hammer down, to put the axe down, and to place it where he needs to place it and all that stuff. He won't be able to do it because it will be always trying to get away from him. Always. He won't be able to keep it still. You know? Why don't you just do that? Come on, Thor. Think. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh. Plus, there should have been more Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. I wish there was more of that, but what are you going to do? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's also the thing, like, I understand because I've read the notes. You know, I've read the kind of almost the original script. You know, you can find this stuff online. You know, kind of the original story and the original script for this movie, right? And in the movie, basically they explain why nobody leaves the place. They explain why everybody's there in the first place. They explain why, you know, the hierarchy of the gods. They explain the overall system of the universe. You know, like like infinity or whatever that person's called is basically the personification of the universe, right? And that basically when they made the universe, they then made people to shape it, the Celestials, and then they made people to inhabit it at the same time, the gods. Now the gods are their own species, and what they do is they basically they when they are born, upon their creation, they can basically dictate their form, right? And then they make people in their own image and stuff. And that seems to be the way that works. They were their own species. That's why the gods are the gods the way that they are. And the Asgardians are like are not actually Asgardians, right? The Asgardians are creations of Odin and his dad. I can never remember his dad's name, Odin's dad. But it's this whole big thing. They explain all of this in the original story and in the original script, and it's fascinating. And I wish they just had more of the lore in the actual thing, in the actual program, you know, in the actual movie, because it would have explained so much. It would have explained so much, and why they get to create their own different realities and their own different realms and stuff like that. Oh, and in the first Thor movie, I know this is my last point before I leave, I promise. In the first movie, in the first Thor movie, Thor explains to Jane even that that where he comes from, science and magic are one and the same, and that basically what we consider to be magic, what we consider to be god-like magic and stuff like that, is actually science that we don't really understand yet. They explain this. This is almost the point of the first movie. It's also hinted at in the second movie, the one that nobody likes. That basically, Jane is looking at something that's amazing and magical and stuff like that, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's like a particle spectrometer accelerator." And basically, like, one of the Asgardians is like, "It's a soul forge. What are you talking about?" And then she's like, "Oh, does it, accelerate particles to the point where you can see their effervescence or something?" And then she's like, the lady that's basically operating this machine is like, "Yes." And she's like, "See, I knew it." It's kind of explained that all of their magic stuff is actually not magic and is in fact science, and yet Jane herself keeps referring to it as fucking magic in this movie, and it's like, she should be smarter than this. Stop it! Don't do that. She should be like amazed and called out by all of this, all of this stuff, and she should be looking for a way to explain it. And I get that it's her whole arc this time, and that it's basically like she's not really thinking about that because she's focused on the whole saving people thing, and that she's dying and all that stuff. But oh my god, it was like one of the things that I liked about her. It was one of the main things I liked about her was her curiosity, her fascination with the way things worked. And it's basically because I have that, it was like that's what I do. That's what I do in everything that I watch that's sci-fi related. I basically look for scientific explanations for what I'm seeing, and I often find them. It's really good. It's one of my talents. One of the things I would say that I'm good at, and I hate. I don't really have a good list of things I'm good at, but this is one of the good things. The things I'm good at. I'm good at scientifically trying to rationalize what I'm seeing on screen, even if it's magic. Even if it's said that, oh, they're just explaining it away as magic, I will try to find a scientific explanation of how this thing could work, And it's something like, well, I used to get paid to do it. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of the place that I worked for a while as a scientific advisor. That was the whole point of that. Oh my god. But yeah, that's what I liked about her. That's one of the main things I liked about her. And she's not doing it. She's just basically waving it off as, oh, it's space Viking magic. And it's like, fuck you, Jane. Fuck you, Jane. Ugh. So yeah, that was my last point. There is way more that I don't like, but yeah. I like Thor Ragnarok better. I do like Thor Ragnarok better. I think that's mainly because Loki's in it, and they have such good chemistry. He has good chemistry with everybody. Everybody. Fucking that character Loki himself has such good chemistry with everybody, and it makes it more fun. But yeah. Plus, Chris Hemsworth does a lot of daddy brow in that movie. He's just very good. It's kind of like the Onion Knight from Game of Thrones. Like, I really like he's got a good daddy brow. He's got a good, dad stare. It's really nice. It's very, very much it's like must pounce situation. But yeah. Right. I'm off now. I promise. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll still have I'll be full sanctified. So yeah. But it's getting violently windy outside. It's creepy. But yeah. Damon liked the movie. Should have just said that. He liked it if it was cool. So I keep thinking, like, should I say something else? I think I want to, but I can't. But yeah. Berry wubs. Ugh. I'm belly asleep. Sorry I can't stay longer, but I'm falling asleep. Like I could keep talking, but it'll be bad if I do. So yeah. Anyway.